June 11, 1975, I decided to come early to life. I was a bit in a hurry to join this world. I came at 7 months instead of 9. I don't know why I was in a hurry. The doctors told my parents I have a 50% chance to survive. Apparently, I had something in me which is, I can do it. Even I couldn't feel it. And I made it. So after a few weeks, I was able to survive and start my journey in this life. I was raised in a very small family, normal family, non-fancy lifestyle, but I always had dreams. I always wanted to be something when I grew up. I used to see people with suits and think, can I be like them? That's why I had the big boss dreams. So every time I used to wear a suit in a family gathering, I just dreamt myself as a big boss. I studied at decent schools, universities. I wasn't the best. I wasn't really an A student, but I was able to navigate. I studied on candles. I come from a country where electricity is a privilege. So at that time, I studied on candles. I finished my school. I then joined university. I remember my uncle told me once, if you finish school, graduate, and go to university, I'm going to give you $1,000. And at that time, $1,000 used to count. So I said, I want to do it. Why not? I can study. I graduated from college without really knowing what I want to do. I dreamt to be a pilot, but it didn't work. I wasn't that good in mathematics. It was one of the things that I wanted to do, and with my can-do mindset, I thought I can do it, but I couldn't. It's okay. Not everything we wish to do, we can do, because it wasn't under my own control. So the first day I graduated, I joined one of the multinationals, Aramex at that time. And when I joined the company, I was holding my degree, and I thought that I'm going to go as a manager. No. From day one, they put me under operations to pack packages, to deliver packages. And I said, no, I did not study for 4 or 5 years to come and do this work. Nobody listened. And this is how I started to learn, from the ground. I had a target in my life at that time to become a GM in this company. It's a huge multinational organization. But the question is, can I do it? Among 200, 300,000 employees, it was tough. But I always had my self-confidence and the can-do mindset that why not? I can do it. I worked so hard, day and night. I used to own my clients. I wasn't going to work. I was going to what I call a family business. I used to feel that I'm going really somewhere where I can deliver, perform, and build my future without knowing that. And all this was seen. So in 2003, I got an offer to move to Dubai. And Dubai was my dream. And I moved to Dubai, and here in this picture, and I'm always proud of it, it was my first GM role ever. I was 32 years old. What did I do different? Nothing. I just worked hard. I owned my clients. I was a people-centric person. I just was able to get the best out of my people rather than me going and performing myself, because this is what leadership is all about, and this is how I learned it from my leaders. So at 32 years old, a GM of a multinational company in a great country wasn't easy. But was it enough for me? No. My next thing I wanted to reach was a CEO. Not for the title, not for the power. I always wanted to make decisions that can impact people and communities and businesses rather than taking decisions. I always wanted just a bit of control to make things happen. And I worked, again, in the same way I used to work, with a vision in front of me and a target. And yes, I was able to reach a CEO role after a few years. And then I decided that I have to build something as well, to build a family. Building a family is maybe more tough than running the biggest multinational organization ever. Can I build a family? Can I be a father? Why not? Of course I can. So proudly, I got married, I got 2 kids, and this was another job for me. It's a 24/7 job, if not physical, mental at least. And everything I used to do at work was for the family. So now I have 2 things. I made it, and I got my twins. After that, I had to do a career change. You know, always you have a dream which you want to achieve. And UPS, sorry, this is before. I had an opportunity with the government. I was never a government guy. I was just a private sector guy. So I had an opportunity to join the government, and I got the offer, and I said, can I do it? I know nothing about government business. But yes, as usual, when I was born, I made it to stay alive, then I can make it in this very critical but interesting task. I joined the public sector. I learned a lot. I achieved what I wanted to achieve. And again, you know, you always have milestones across your career. And I had an opportunity to join a multinational, which I always dreamt of joining. An 80 billion organization. I always had it as a target for me, but I said, I don't think it's going to happen. The opportunity came to me. Why? Did I do something different? No. I was doing what I'm supposed to do in my industry. And when you do this, you will have a good reputation. And your reputation is the best magnet ever for you to be approached by the big names that are usually one of your dreams. I worked in this multinational. I learned a lot, different school completely. I learned big things that you speak about, compliance, corporate governance, international standards. And I was not really, it wasn't enough. I wanted to do more. It opened, khalas, the road is open for me. So after this, I got also an opportunity to join a small company, which I had to rescue with a team. We tried everything, but it was a mission as well. We worked and did everything possible, but sometimes things work and sometimes things do not work. And this put me under an impression that, no, Hussein, not everything you can do is going to work. Did it take me down? No. It was a story of resilience. It was a great learning lesson for me. So this is how I went through the corporate world. Around 22 years in the corporate world, a lot of experience, and then Corona came. And when Corona came, COVID-19 came, I had nothing to do. Literally nothing. I was on a crossroad to go back to corporate or to do my own business, to become an entrepreneur. And if you remember, the word entrepreneur never existed 10 years back. I had difficulty in reading that word when I saw it. So what is an entrepreneur? To open my own business? How can I get business? Then that small devil in me, positive devil, told me, you can do it, Hussein. You've done everything before. You've survived a lot of situations. You've got everything that you had in mind. Why not? This can do and why not mindset helped me a lot. So at that moment, I was sick, frustrated, mentally down. I said, I can do it. I'm going to open my own business. What's my asset? Cash? No, mafi cash. Reputation, relationships, and everybody around me will support. Definitely, the most important thing is the support of the family, which was there, friends, network, and this is where I launched my company. Believe it or not, I launched it on LinkedIn. The logo was there. I went on LinkedIn. I did an announcement, and it went really big. Everybody who knows you wants to work with you. Everybody was excited. So my worry of from where to get business was not there anymore, because I had to leave those very bad two best friends of mine who were my best friends in the past when I was young and my confidence wasn't that big. The doubtful person and the person who was always scared. I mean, why should I be worried about the future if I can somehow control it? And by opening my first business, it started to become a habit. I liked the idea. I saw that my business is moving and growing, and people want to work with me, and I want to work with them. Then I said, is it enough? One company? Because I hear a lot about serial entrepreneurs. I never knew what's the meaning of a serial entrepreneur. You know it very well. So I said, let me try it. After 1 year, I created my other company. And the question is, what was driving me? My self-confidence, yes. My can-do mindset, yes. I saw that many people did it. I failed sometimes. I'm not a perfect person. There are a lot of moments where I failed, but I was able to flip and come back standing on my feet and stronger than ever. I reached a level in my life which all of you can capitalize on. When you have nothing to lose, is the right moment to realize that you have everything else to win. That mindset showed me that if nothing I have to lose now, everything else is open for me. So I opened my next company and I got overwhelmed in a positive manner. So, from all my corporate journey, from corporate to entrepreneurship, I learned a lot of lessons. I learned that the corporate world is a great word to learn, solidify your experience, strengthen your bones, and then you go and do on your own and bring the best practices that you have learned. I was super lucky to work in private sector and in government and in big corporates because everything I learned allowed me to create my business today. And the foundation of my businesses and the cultures of my businesses are based on what I have learned in the corporates and in the governments. The last dream that I had, or if I'm allowed to say maybe a wish, is to be on a TEDx stage. I always thought, will I ever be on a TEDx stage? I see a lot of people, TEDx speaker. What should I do to be on a TEDx stage? Nothing. This opportunity came to me, and when the team spoke to me, I had that moment of hesitance. Can I do it? Can I stand on a TEDx stage and talk? And you know what really made me say immediately yes? That small thing that tickles me always, that tells me, why not? So something was telling me, give me a reason, Hussein, why not? That's why today I had the opportunity to speak quickly about my journey with you while always looking forward. And I'm a bit worried about myself because everything I've thought of and planned for is somehow working. Sometimes it doesn't, but I became maybe an unstoppable entrepreneur. I put myself into different things, but I focus. I know where I want to reach. And I'll tell you a secret. The moment you stop fearing people and fearing the way people think about you, you will succeed. Because you do it for yourself and you do it for the others who appreciate you. If you want to do something, do it. The maximum that can happen usually is nothing. It may not work. You try again. I want to fail again. I'm waiting for a moment to fail, to learn from that failure, and then bounce back again. Personally, I was able to do something in my life which I can call golden milestones. Each one of you here in this room can do the same thing. Because why not? And the can-do mindset will always drive you forward. And I have my son here, Shadi, he's 12 years old. I purposely brought him here to start learning and have that can-do mindset that his dad had, because I believe the next generation is going to have a different way of working. It's going to be a different world. Everything will change. Technology will take over maybe many things, but the can-do mindset will never change. Thank you very much.